It's time to redefine therapy.
Redefine therapy.
Redefine therapy.
Redefine therapy.
Redefine Therapy.
Redefiniendo la terapia. For me, as a counselor in a college setting, redefining therapy means to open my mind to new treatment possibilities, including expressive arts, dancing mindfulness, and meditation with my students.
Redefine therapy means, to me, thinking outside of the box, not staying in a confined area and moving personally outside of a comfort zone.
Hashtag Redefine Therapy came out of the promotions around the Dancing Mindfulness book, which released in the fall of 2015. And when I was writing the book, I did this kind of grand concluding chapter in which, as a clinician, as a counselor, I was a bit cynical, skeptical about my field. Like, yeah, I'm proud to be a counselor, I'm proud of what I've done in my field, but what's going on in offices doesn't excite me as much as what's going on in the community, in like what we do on the Dancing Mindfulness retreat, in yoga studios, in wellness venues, at stables, knitting circles, whatever it may be, that I see so many more authentic examples of healing and connectedness there. And that's not to totally downplay professional psychotherapy, because I've certainly met a lot of clinicians who advocate these types of practices and approaches, and I guess the concluding chapter was that excites me more, to see those types of practices brought into the healing process than like going to a peer counseling conference where we're watching PowerPoints and talking evidence-based practice. So I wrote up the chapter, and my editor, Emily, comes back with a suggestion: why don't we title the chapter Redefining Therapy? And I was like, ooh. Like, it excited me. It's that good excitement that says, yeah, we totally have to do this. And like, oh, yeah, the mainstream counseling field's officially going to hate me now for really putting this call to action out there. But yeah, we ran with it as the title for the book. And then Holly, who's a member of our community, she was helping me with promotions around the book, and she started using the hashtag Redefine Therapy. And it struck me that it's not just a book chapter, it really is a movement. It's a call to action. It's something that I think at least those of us who are in the Dancing Mindfulness community are very excited about, and I've met others who aren't necessarily in the Dancing Mindfulness community that are excited about it as well. Redefine therapy.
Our systems are so messed up that we're not helping the people we need to be helping. We're not even helping ourselves. We need more. We need to embrace the healing wisdom throughout the ages that humanity has known. We need community, we need dance, we need mindfulness, we need nature, we need more. Redefine therapy.
That's taking therapy as we're taught it in the schools, as it's kind of poured down your throat when you go through all the books and the learning, and put it into a bottle that people can actually consume, where people can identify and get help at their level, where they're at, however, whatever modality works for them. We're taking therapy as it's known and making it into something that is far more transcendent than it is currently.
We just got done doing the first ever trauma-informed workshop here at Team Bundy Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. Had a bunch of amazing women in here. It was a really good time. We talked about a lot of really simple self-defense techniques. And I was amazed. I was amazed to see how well everyone picked it up. You know, I teach a lot of jiu-jitsu, and unfortunately, sometimes we tend to overthink it. You know, but in today's lesson, today's course, we did an amazing job breaking down these techniques, The environment was incredible. Everyone worked together very well, and they listened fantastic. I had such a good time. Can't wait to do the next one.
Having a situation like this where I'm paired up with someone who also understands, having people who are running the program who understand trauma, it didn't feel like I had to do anything that was too much for me, and it really empowered me to feel like, you know, I can work through my emotions and still defend myself instead of giving back into that trauma mindset of, you know, becoming a crumbling pile of, you know, mess when things go wrong or when I feel upset.
It's hard for me to get passionate about things I've not benefited from myself. So yeah, martial arts has been a big kind of piece of the puzzle for me in this last kind of evolution of my life. So a lot of the same things there, embodiment, empowerment, and I think the thread that really runs through a lot of what defines my work is, I know we say outside the box as a good metaphor, but it's kind of like shattering the box and creating a totally new paradigm that is colorful and comes with multiple shapes.
I have a paragraph that I put in my release for my clients that come in for therapy, explaining to them that I think outside the box with my therapeutic practices, and that includes gardening and going for walks and learning ceremonies and traditions of native practices. It includes playing with Play-Doh and coloring and drawing and doing things that are totally foreign to what therapy as we have known it for all these years has been. And so what I tend to do is I tend to ask the client to reach outside their boundaries and find new ways of expressing their emotions and dealing with the hurt inside.
Hi, I'm Jen Emch, one of the Dancing Mindfulness affiliate trainers. We're here at my studio, Ubuntu Wellness. I'm apologizing for our construction. We're adding some space, but today we're celebrating Crystal Burr's Dancing Mindfulness facilitator training. So we're about to have her class. Looking forward to it. She worked super hard. I'm super proud of her, so we're going to have a fun afternoon.
The very first part of what I did was art therapy. And so, you know, doing the art allows me to take something that looks absolutely terrible and put it into a piece that is absolutely beautiful, or at least tells a story that you don't have to say a word to. Writing also does that for me. But the thing is that the yoga and the dance, there's a lot of times that through my life, whether you're physically or emotionally restrained, you're restrained. And what dance has done for me is that I'm not restrained anymore. I don't have to say a word. I don't have to do anything. I can just move, and I can move whatever feeling I have either out and away or just to a different spot so it doesn't hurt so much. And expressive arts is it's just, all of it combined has made such a beautiful thing for me. And it's just, I have these ups and downs, and I'm going through a lot of them, and the work is really hard, but having those other outlets is just, it's awesome. I had told Jamie, when you have so many negative things plugged into your body, you can't just go with one outlet and pull the plug and expect everything to change. You have to unplug everything. Start over and replug things back in the good way.
My business partner Erin and I wanted to open a studio that not only focused on really just kind of focus on the whole mind, body, spirit. There's obviously lots of yoga studios out there and lots of dance studios out and lots of counseling private practices, and we kind of wanted to be able to mesh all of those together with really a trauma-focused approach. So just in terms of redefining therapy, we're using all of the things to really just help engage the folks that we're working with, through their journey, through the movement, through music, through art. We've got massage therapy, Reiki, so just whatever is tailored to the individual person that we're working with is how we're treating them. We're not trying to follow a certain script because life isn't scripted and neither are people. So just kind of meeting people where they're at and just being blessed to be able to walk along their journey with them.
Dancing mindfulness and expressive arts therapy transcends the mind, and it takes therapy to a somatic level which goes beyond what the mind can comprehend and creates healing and leads to happiness and joy at a level that you can't find by just talking.
Redefine Therapy.
Redefine Therapy.
Redefine Therapy.
Redefine Therapy. Redefine Therapy.
Redefine Therapy.
Redefine Therapy.
Redefine Therapy. Redefine Therapy. Redefine Therapy.
Redefine Therapy.
Redefine Therapy.
Share your Redefine Therapy story with us. The entire Dancing Mindfulness community and the team at Mindful Ohio and the Institute for Creative Mindfulness would love to hear from you. What does Redefine Therapy mean to you? How does this idea of healing outside of the box of the conventional talk therapy relationship serve you and others in your life and in your world? Please reach out. You can send us an email, info@mindfulohio.com, or reach out via Messenger on one of our Facebook fan pages. We have fan pages for both Dancing Mindfulness and Mindful Ohio and the Institute for Creative Mindfulness. Whether it's a few lines, a blog, an essay, a short video, or any other expressive arts piece, your voice, your contribution can be a valuable part of this movement of promoting a redefined, renewed, reinvigorated vision for healing and wholeness in ourselves, in our communities, and in the world entire. Will you join us?
Redefine Therapy.